especially if those that want to compete.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I want to be in
Yeah,
it
so-
instantly.
So
As soon as it
yeah,
says open.
I didn't-
To the campfire this morning.
yeah.
I tried to go by the campfire this morning and talk to Laura and Joy. Maybe go by there right after this. See if I
Yeah,
can get
James is over there now.
Okay.
Mark, my man, where you at, buddy? What's up, Marky Mark?
Hey,
Is that Mark up there? Mark. Is that he, Mark?
It is.
Mark,
That's
hey,
it.
Mark, my dude. Mark Jacob. Mark. we're big Mark news and update fans.
well, sure, we appreciate that.
Yeah. So,
Oh my God.
We got music. Sorry. Hello.
That's okay. You aren't muted.
He muted me.
Hey, how you doing? It's nice to meet you.
What's up? Poopy
Hi,
man.
Cookie Man.
Poopy man.
COVID.
COVID. What's up? I'm Poopy man.
I like the music.
This is my man. Swag.
Yeah, they are nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah, last time I came here, this is the exact place I was sitting there.
Oh, is that
Now I'm gonna sit there.
Yeah.
Can we share?
Karen Chan, she was just right
Everything
there.
good? How you doing?
Yeah.
Spikey sat right next to me last time.
Well, me.
I don't think she's gonna
did
make
she?
it this
You
time.
should tell him.
Yeah. Yeah. Starting soon.
Yay! We're here. We made it. We're alive. Welcome, everyone, to the news and the updates. I'm Laurel, and happy holidays to everyone. I feel like I'm doing a little bit of the Santa. Happy holidays. Hope you are finding some holiday spirit here in Altspace VR. Let me introduce you to one of the world's experts in event hosting and production in VR, my beautiful co-host, Donna.
Thank you so much, Laurel. Hello, everyone. I'm Donna McTee, here to help host another in our third year delivering you the news from around Altspace VR community. We're getting ready for the holiday event season. Can you feel it? So let's get started again with events before we get to the rest of the Altspace news. So, Altspace events. Let's begin with the holiday spirit and the great holiday storytelling events here in Altspace VR. The events calendar continues to fill up with the events, and we have the list right here. We're checking it twice. Oh, don't worry, all the events are nice.
Well said. Now, tomorrow is another holiday storytelling event with the creative writing meetup members sharing original stories of holiday stories and experiences, including some science fiction, as Physics Dude tells a part of his story about Rudolph, who's a member of Santa secret spy service. And you can't trust those elves. No matter what you do, you can't trust them, man. Just you can't. They're everywhere. And a couple hours later is the telling of how the Grinch stole Christmas.
Now, on Tuesday and Wednesday is a very special pair of storytelling events with Dr. Nancy Bixler reading excerpts from the classic Christmas story, A Christmas Carol. She will immerse us in the Victorian world of Charles Dickens.
Ooh, those are going to be so much fun. Thursday is another telling of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. It's read aloud by Diamond. And Friday, December 18th is packed with 4 storytelling events, including how the Grinch stole Christmas from those Who's in Whoville, and 2 tellings of the Christmas at Red Butte by our own producer Mark, and Keely of Educators in VR Virtual Schooling team is going to be doing a series of reading events as well. So stay tuned for that. We have more stuff coming on the calendar all the time.
Saturday brings us a reading of the Polar Express and 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, or as many know it, A Visit by St. Nicholas. The next week is Christmas, and it is packed with all kinds of storytelling events, including a reading in Russian of the famous Ded Moroz and summer story of the Russian equivalent of Santa on a mission to understand what summer warmth is and finding out it isn't as much fun as he thought.
And Educators in VR is also hosting a special event featuring stories from around the world for their International Holiday Storytelling event on December 22nd. We will keep you updated. Don't worry, as these new stories get added to the schedule, and they just keep coming. And come on, create your own. It's a beautiful time. Sharing story here in Altspace is the best way to meet new people and have a good time. It's really so much fun.
Now, the Neverland live Broadway style show is happening December 19th, and they are working on a second event the following week. It's a fun version of the classic tale with Peter Pan tackling the obsessed Captain Hook on the island of Neverland. Some major obstacles are slowly being overcome to ensure this event is a success, from front row features, video, audio, managing performers, and world building. Just love that the community has come together to put this event together. Now, the Get Social Network's Winter Wonderland experience started this past week with special guests, workshops, concerts, fireside chats, ice skating, meeting Santa, and great events throughout December and January. So make sure to check out the event schedule and Popular Worlds list for their persistent spaces and join the fun.
And our wonderful Donna McTee continues with her popular Advent calendar events with her Live Loved Christian devotional group. These events are designed to bring the community together to share in inspirational biblical teachings. These are wonderful events with sharing and discussion to help us through this strange holiday season. You're bringing the normal back, Donna. Thank you so much for lifting our spirits and helping so many of us make sense and find peace this year.
Now, before we get to more events coming up here in Altspace VR, we want to mention a change to the event calendar and process this past week. On Tuesday, Altspace VR announced that featured events are gone, replaced by main events. Currently, they function the same as featured events, but we assume that this is a step in a new direction to group and highlight events differently. There are now so many events in Altspace VR, about 200 more a week, and helping you find the events you are interested in is growing more and more complicated as one of the most active social VR platforms. And can I tell you, I get this question all the time. How can I search events? Tell me how to search events. I can't find the search tool for events. I get this question all the time. So expect to see more changes coming soon. But for now, know that the featured events are not main events. And we'll have more on this coming up in the next section on Altspace VR News.
Yeah, weird things and cool things coming. The Inner Circle is hosting an event later today called the Psychedelic Rave, featuring Captain Hook from the Ozoro Festival in Hungary from 2017. And this is an amazing chance to see this psychedelic trans techno set show right here in Altspace. I just love that.
Race to the Top is also later today, hosted by Dargon. It's a multiple round race to run and teleport to the top of the mountain. It must be quite a mountain, as many can climb with a single click or two. If you are up for the challenge, join the Race to the Top. Prizes are mentioned if you need encouragement. Sunday, Ron is back with another humanism workshop presentation, this time tackling the humanistic view on Evolution 101. His discussions are fascinating, and he repeats them often due to the pandemic lockdown and to reach different time zones. So check the calendar for the different events.
All right, Get Social and the LGBTQ plus and Friends Rainbow Winter Party hosted by JW and Josh Chan is also on Sunday. Join them for this fun winter world for good times and great friends.
Now, Metaculture is hosting a series of events throughout Altspace VR, and this week they hosted the 2020 Photo NOLA Photo Walk in New Orleans. Oh, this is magnificent. Produced by the New Orleans Photo Alliance in partnership with museums and galleries and alternative venues across the city. They are showcasing local photographers and their photography of the famous city as a way to highlight the arts and economic recovery of the city after so much recent hurricane devastation. What a great way to mix the real world and the virtual world. And I have to say, I took some selfies of a trumpet, a clarinet, a saxophone. I actually play saxophone. And so I got to take some selfies with instruments. This is a magnificent initiative. So thank you to Metaculture.
Nice. The Show Off Show with Mike is now all over the calendar with opportunities to show off your talents and those holiday musical spirits. Join them throughout the week and see and meet some great talent, and maybe you can strut your talents up on the stage. Simone and Ali challenge us on Mondays and Fridays to tackle the issues of the day in an open debate discussion with their popular social dilemma events. So check those out.
Now, Monday, there is a new event called A Method for Acting. Think it, feel it, be it. Features Veronica, an experienced theater director and alt person, a thespian, teaching you to use the method acting technique for actors. It includes performing your own monologue. We so appreciate all these theater style events here in Altspace VR. What a fabulous opportunity.
It really is. And talking about opportunities, Tuesday, Educators in VR is hosting a tour of educational worlds to help educators, trainers, and students learn more about what goes into creating a virtual world with education in mind. Virtual worlds are easy to create here in Altspace with a world editor tool for click and drag world building, or through Unity, or a combination of the two. For students, they need to research their topic, make a plan, make design decisions based upon the class or the project guidelines, and collaborate with others, then manifest that vision. I want this from when I was going to school. Don't you? Wouldn't you love to do a virtual world as part of your homework? Okay, come on. What a great opportunity for teachers and students and everyone to learn how this all works and how useful VR is for education. Yay. So come join us on Tuesday.
Now, speaking of students, you do not want to miss the Students in VR event happening this Wednesday. There is going to be an Indigenous person speaking storytelling, and it is going to be combined with food. That's all I can tell you. Now, it's going to be at a new space, so check for the calendar on Wednesday Students in VR workshop.
Okay. We've got a mystery there all of a sudden. Health Systems Chat is doing incredible work mixing and matching insightful topics associated with health systems and technology, with everyday or sometimes extraordinary topics. I don't even know how to explain the health systems chat events. They're one of a kind. And Thursday is no different as Chuck tackles the issues of the holiday blues and how technology might help, especially in VR, with recent studies released that prove the efficacy of VR for mood enhancement and modification. This will be a very interesting discussion. Also, congratulations to Chuck for his outstanding work. This is the 3rd year he celebrated the holidays with us here in AltSpace VR, and we are so thrilled to have him on board.
Now, Friday and Saturday is a special Windows Insider holiday party for the Windows Insider team. It's a great way to meet the people behind the scenes developing Windows 10 Plus operating system and those in the Insider program who give their time and risks to their computers to ensure we have a fully tested and viable version of Windows.
Yay! We need to salute those people. Brave people. Next Saturday is a winter ball with Improv VR. Make sure you RSVP to get it on your calendar and get ready for a fun and crazy time with the Improv VR group. Now, I am sure that we have left out so many events that you need to know. So please check the AltSpace VR event calendar for the main events and all the events to ensure that you find the right event for you. There is now a search on the website to search through to try to find events. If people use the right words in the event, you should be able to find it. AltSpace VR is filling up with a ton of events for the holiday spirit. So make sure you RSVP as well as, you show up, but RSVP to ensure you don't miss a minute because you'll get an email in an hour in advance of the event to remind you. And don't miss any of the concerts, the comedy shows, classes, workshops, tours, and social events we have here each week.
We love showcasing the events in AltSpace VR. We wish we could cover them all. If you wish us to cover your event in the news and updates, make sure it is on AltSpace VR events calendar by Wednesday before your event and put a link in the share your event in the news channel in our Discord server. Also, take a moment to subscribe to the news and updates channel so you will be notified of our upcoming events so you don't miss a moment of what's going on here in AltSpace VR. Now it's on to AltSpace News. It's time to explore all the things happening in the AltSpace VR community. We have some major updates and information to share with you on new features and improvements in AltSpace VR.
Now, first, we want to start with a lovely article by Kristen Sherwood in Medium about where to spend your holiday gatherings in VR as we struggle to continue to protect our loved ones during this pandemic. Top of the list was AltSpace VR. She shares this will be where her friends and her family will meet for their big Christmas gathering. I love it. AltSpace VR allows events of 30 people to gather, private or public. It's beautiful. And she created a virtual world glass house with hot tub, Christmas tree, playable piano, and mood music on the big screen TV. Okay, I want to go to her house. She is eager to bring her friends and family together to not only hang out, but check out many of the other beautiful worlds here in AltSpace VR. I mean, really, this is what a rare opportunity to bring the whole family together so that they feel like they're all in the same place. What a treat and what a beautiful idea. Thanks, Kristen.
Now we have some good news for Oculus Go users. AltSpace VR announced this week that while Oculus has stopped support at the as the end of life of Oculus Go, AltSpace VR is keeping the lights on for this valuable headset through the holidays, and we are so thrilled. For those who haven't stepped up to the Quest or another device, please remember that AltSpace VR is also available on Windows 10 and Mac in 2D, but we are glad that we have another 20 days or so to enjoy AltSpace VR before the next major update removes support. Now, as a reminder, don't throw away your Oculus Go. Consider donating it to a school. There are tutorials and videos on how to sideload APK apps on the go, so it's still a value. And we want you back here in AltSpace VR.
Absolutely. So sad. Every time I think about the Go, it just breaks my heart. The last few weeks, we have brought a ton of updates to AltSpace VR, and this week was no different. This week, however, the updates focused on events. The concept of featured events, as we mentioned, where events are highlighted on a special list in the AltSpace VR calendars on the website and in World, are now replaced with main events. Now, featured events in the past needed to be requested by the event host, and the staff would then manually add them to the featured events list after inspection to ensure that the event space qualified for mobile users and the event itself met with the requirements of the community standards and terms of service. There's a whole lot of testing and checking that goes in there. With the increasing demand for event support, the events team has worked with the developers to automate part of the process.
Now there's a new button, Add as Main Event. Replaces the request to feature the event button. I'm very sorry about my dog Mags. We're trying, but she's just uncontrollable sometimes. So when you choose this option, an automated process is initiated, and if approved, it will be added to the events calendar immediately. This is very exciting, as it gives event hosts more control over where their event appears on the calendar and tests our event worlds at the same time.
So we tested it. Besides, the news and updates without Mags is not a good news and update. So it's okay. It's okay, Donna. So we tested, and we found that with too many kits and then another world with a large file size template, it triggered a red warning and rejected the request as a main event. This allowed us to modify the world and test it until it passed. That was cool. A new article at help.altvr.com knowledge-based tutorials describe the events this way with the requirements.
Now the question is, does this mean you cannot have an event that doesn't pass featured as a main event? If the event is worth fighting for, submit a request for the event staff to test, but do know that it requires several weeks of advance notice.
So here's a breakdown of how the events are classified in the specifications to qualify as a main event. Private events kind of doesn't matter because it won't be a main event, but they have no visibility and are not listed in the public events calendar. Public events have a low visibility and are listed under the All tab on the events calendar.
Main events have high visibility and are found in the default calendar view on in-world billboards, and eligible for external promotion through AltSpace VR social media channels, weekly newsletter, Oculus events, and other channels. Main events must have a certain level of quality of experience, created and hosted by trusted hosts who have worked hard to produce engaging and entertaining content, and then must have hosted at least one public events. Now, the requirements include:
the event must be public with an event description with a minimum of a 100 character count. This is really important. Then you need to have those, use your words, describe the event, please. The title image must be in place. The creator and host must be okay with AltSpace VR promoting their event. The event world must be performant with a diagnostic test in the world as being mostly green on that diagnostic scorecard.
Now, there are some restrictions. Hosts are also limited to a maximum of 3 main events per day per person, though this might be changed if working directly with the AltSpace VR events team for special events. If an event is found to be non-performant, contains inappropriate content, or is in violation of the terms and service and community standards here in AltSpace VR, the host must comply with requests and edits to resolve these issues, or may be removed from the main events list.
Lots to think about. We have links to all of this stuff in our Discord. And another new feature that comes with the new events features is one that has been long desired. We now have event metrics at the bottom of the host tools list. Right on the website, there's now a metrics list that highlights the interested RSVP numbers, number of attendees, peak concurrent users and joins. Now, the number of attended are unique. So we verified that with staff. And joins are how many people entered the event, because many people enter and leave or crash or whatever. And so uniques are attended and joins are everybody. It doesn't include the metrics, unfortunately, that so much of us dream of. We want to know where people are from, what devices are on, etc. But it's a start in the right direction.
Now, as mentioned last week, improvements on moving the edit event buttons down the list of editing options for an event and making them red helps event hosts not make mistakes when clicking the wrong buttons. We now have the ability to restore recently deleted events. This is a huge step in the right direction for accessibility and control for event hosts in AltSpace VR. Now, here are some of the other updates and features from the past few weeks.
Speech bubbles. They're an accessibility feature that allows you to see speech bubbles pop up over the heads of people speaking. Remember, you can turn them on or off through your settings comfort speech bubbles. Only you see them. Okay, that's how you turn on and off.
AltSpace VR has added the ability to join friends in front row events. When entering an event with front row enabled, you will see a panel listing friends in the different event rooms.
Now, events may use some new host and audience zones, we're using them here in the news, to turn on megaphone and on air in host zone events and automatically mute audiences when they enter the audience zone, like you all were muted when you came in.
AltSpace VR keeps kicking out the hits, so make sure you check in every Tuesday for the update and keep tuned into our News and Updates Discord for news about the latest updates.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of updates, please be aware that AltSpace is working with Microsoft to better improve the automatic updating. Right now, you'll get a warning that says that you need to update through the Microsoft Store. Steam should automatically update, so just letting you know. All right, for those that are participating in the closed web project for AltSpace VR, check your email. The web projector in development will allow users to broadcast video or live stream from their browser or desktop PC Mac via a Chrome plugin. An update has been announced with new features to test. Make sure, please, if you are part of this closed beta, provide feedback to the team to help with improvements and stabilization of this web-based projector tool to help bring it to the larger AltSpace VR community soon. Cannot wait.
Now let's talk about Discord for a moment. It's time for our new feature on using Discord. Discord is a key communication tool we use outside of AltSpace VR to stay in touch with each other and the various groups in our community, including event communities. For example, News and Updates has our own server group where we share the latest news and information on what is happening in AltSpace VR, along with things you need to know.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, we mentioned the reply feature that was recently added to Discord that allows a form of threading to the conversations. There's another semi-hidden feature that we feel should be part of the core of Discord, and that is the ability to link to a specific message as a reference, not just a reply. This is enabled by turning on developer mode. This feature, it's a bit hidden. It's found under settings, appearance, advanced options. Not why it's under appearance, but there it is. It's under appearance. Once enabled, it turns on other fun features we'll tell you about in a later episode. But the key one is that we're going to talk about today is the ability to link to any message on the server.
Now, to use this in the desktop app, right-click on a message and choose Copy Message Link. This copies a clickable link to your clipboard. Paste it into another message and it will allow people to click the link to jump to the message in the server, even on another channel or on a completely different server. Now, this has limits. The link cannot be used just anywhere, as the person clicking the link must have access to that server and channel. But for those who do, this is an invaluable way to click to other conversations, answers, frequently asked questions, code of conduct posts, announcements, and other messages throughout the server.
For the AltSpace VR community members that are helping out in the Discord server, this is a powerful way to link to answers to people's questions from within the server, guiding them to discussions that may help them even more. And I love that because we say the same things over and over and over again, just link to the source, link to the source. It just makes it so much easier. Again, to turn this on, go to Settings, Appearance, Advanced Options to enable developer mode and improve your Discord experience.
Now we're looking at you, community helpers. This is a new series to help new and longtime community helpers find projects and ways to continue to be of service to our community. Community helpers help throughout AltSpace VR, in world, on Discord, and through their social connections outside of AltSpace VR. We also host and moderate events, build worlds, and are the expert users in the community, eager to help answer people's questions.
As mentioned last week, one of the most popular questions is about hosting events. One of the challenges for new users in hosting events is understanding that they need to add contextual roles for themselves and possibly their audience. This has changed over the past year with improvements to event hosting, so let's do a quick review.
There are two key features in an AltSpace VR event called contextual roles. One contextual role is assigned to an individual. Another is assigned globally to everyone that's going to be in your event. The latter is found under the advanced options in the VR section called default contextual roles. This is a role you give to everyone in the event, including the audience and the speakers.
If you wish to add flight to the event, allowing people to fly, one of the favorite things we love doing here, you would add pilot. Want your audience to be able to amplify their voice with a megaphone without using the host tools? Add megaphone _only to add the host tools option to the lower right corner of their screen. The default contextual roles are similar to those that are found in Worlds.
Now, the contextual roles in events assigned to individuals allow only the people you trust to have these so-called superpowers. Contextual roles for individuals include presenter and host. AltSpace VR is changing this role, but for now assign both to the speaker by entering their AltSpace VR username opposed to the display name. You actually need the username. Then selecting from the drop-down menu to give them host tool abilities to mute all, message all, amplify voice, toggle stage blocker, and the host panel for discussion management.
Now, moderators have the ability to mute, message, and remove users from events, also known as kicking. Pilot enables flight for those users who need it. Typically, some moderators, depending on the event space, and the camera crew. Terraformer adds the ability to edit the world with the event world with the world editor.
All of these roles, except for pilot, allow the individual user to enter the event space before the event starts, allowing them to meet and get into position. As with all superpowers, they come with super responsibilities. For more information, check out our AltSpace VR channel in our news and updates server for a link to help document specifying the roles in worlds and events.
Yay, so now all community helpers, you now know how this works. So this is a ton of AltSpace VR news and updates, and there is more to come. Please subscribe to our news and updates Discord, AltSpace VR channel, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and I'm sure we'll have some more coming up. Stay in touch with our live stream and recorded YouTube shows so that you're updated with what's going on here in AltSpace VR. We're very proud of what we created and built here, and we do this for you. Thank you so much for being here and supporting us so much. Now, what's next, Donna?
So now we're going to go to world building. It's so exciting, especially during the holiday season, to know that we can come together for the holidays in a safe way and feel like we're all in the same room. World builders help us make this happen by supporting the 3 types of operating systems for kits and templates. Update your world kits and templates for Windows, Android, and Mac versions. It simply involves adding the right AltSpace VR uploader version for Mac and enabling the Mac versions on Unity, then dragging over the zip files into AltSpace VR for the models, the kits, templates, etc. Do each operating system separately to avoid issues.
It just takes a few extra minutes depending on the size of the file uploaded, but it represents such an incredible experience for Mac users. Otherwise, this is what they see. They see all purple where there isn't a Mac compatible version or element. It can be really painful on the eyes. So thank you for taking this extra step to make Mac users feel welcome and welcome them to VR and AltSpace VR.
Now, if you haven't tried world building in AltSpace VR before, now is the time to do it. Go to your settings, general, and enable the beta access program. You will re-enter the world or event you were in and have some extra fun kids to play with. The recent improvements to the world editor now allows you to easily move, resize, and position objects with handles on the colliders, making the process even easier than ever. There is no excuse anymore for you not allowing your creative side to be unleashed in virtual reality. It isn't like you're going to break anything. Well, sort of. Experiment away.
Donna, you've never broken anything in world building, have you?
Yeah, right.
I do on a regular basis. All right. As a reminder, the frames per second test in the world building diagnostic tool is now working. It requires you to first check the diagnostics in the world, close and reopen it. Then it will send the information to the web page for the world as well. The recommended frames per second are between 60 and 72-ish frames per second. The numbers are now at the bottom of the diagnostic list. And the templates, the kits, Skybox, they all influence the numbers, which change as you add items to the world. So check often as you build. I cannot tell you that. Check as you go. This is a good practice that every time you change your Skybox, you add a kit, or you make other significant changes to the world as you build. Trust me, trust all of us. It is much easier to fix as you go than fix after the fact, and it's a lot of work to fix later.
With the holiday storytelling event in action, the Wednesday World Tours team has been showcasing storytelling in holiday worlds to inspire you, not just to create a storytelling holiday world, but holiday worlds for the season that represents the global traditions here in AltSpace VR. This week, they are exploring the magic of photogrammetry worlds here in AltSpace VR, taking you to worlds where the world builders have used Unity to upload 3D photographs that have been compiled through a 3D processing software program, taken dozens, if not hundreds of thousands of pictures of a place or object to create a 3D reproduction. In AltSpace VR, the results aren't high resolution, but low poly. But the effect is wondrous to explore a real place in VR. What a great educational experience as well, to walk through an ancient ruin, explore artifacts, and even step into history. Join us Wednesday as we visit the photogrammetry worlds here in AltSpace VR.
And take advantage of the tours with the Wednesday tour group, Daisy Shaw's Tuesday World Tours, and the classes and workshops right now in AltSpace VR. The SDK meetup is back with some advanced world building discussions, and there are tons of videos and in-world classes on world building with Carnivore, with the computer science and VR team for free and for paid. And others are taking advantage of free access to Unity classes on the Unity website. And all that free information, all those tutorials that are out there. There's no more excuses. Please start building worlds and having fun with it.
Now, we love showcasing new worlds here at News and Updates. Darren G has been very busy building some great new worlds to explore. His worlds are always full of fun and adventure, and this one is no different. It is a flight race course where your avatar is the vehicle, risking a crash and burn as you fly through obstacles along pipes and tunnels. So much fun.
It's crazy too. Black Chilla has created an amazing experimental world called Dream World, because many people have favored this. It's a really fascinating world. The world features photogrammetry and ambient audio done through Unity. It is a collection of rooms floating in space through which you wander and explore, enjoying the different visual and audio effects among the snapshots of the places where people live and hang out. It's a fascinating experience. The world tours on Wednesday will be visiting that world to discuss how it was done, so join us then.
Now, we want to showcase your world here in the news, be it holiday world or otherwise. If you finish your world and are ready to spread the news, share it with us in our News and Updates Discord. The channel is called Share Your World, and we may feature it here in the news. We love displaying your creativity, and there is so much creativity in this community.
There is. Yay! All right, it's that time, Donna. Oops. Yay! It is the time for our regular weekly discussion. And I am so sorry I was not on air. So those of you who were in room 2, somehow that went turned off. Early in the show, we shared about Kristen's Medium post about gathering her family together in Altspace VR, where they can all hang out in the same room, complete with a tub and tree and everything. So are you sharing Altspace VR with your family? My mom and all of them, they're all on a Mac. And so until just a few months ago, I couldn't, they don't have headsets or anything. Now, I don't know if I want to. No, I do. Now they have the ability to visit. We can visit in Altspace. So we're going to be working that over the Christmas. But what about you? How are you going to be celebrating? Donna?
Nope, no Altspace plans for me other than teaching 101s and doing storytelling and that sort of thing. I'm helping, not meeting.
Okay. So are you joining in on any of the holiday activities and events here in Altspace VR? Which ones, and what do you wish you could do for the holidays here that you haven't found maybe? Let's talk about this. So we have some inspired world builders that are in the room. Let's help inspire them. So hit the raise hand button, and we'd love to hear from you. My mom actually came in with, I had my Samson gear, my Oculus gear, and she loved it. And so I have a feeling that she's going to be pretty easy to get in here in the next couple weeks. Hey, Tomo, haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? And how are you celebrating the holidays here in Altspace? Tomo? Tomo? Okay. Darn, I was hoping to hear from Tomo. Well, when you get your microphone fixed, please hit the raise hand button again. We'd love to hear. How about the rest of you? I know that Diamond's doing some fun things for the holidays this year. You want to share? Nope. What? Can't get the button on? Oh, there it is. Okay, there's the button. Go for it. Are we having trouble with it? Okay,
Confirm.
try it again. There you are.
Okay, there it goes.
Can you hear
Yeah. Today, as part of Educators in VR and News and Events and Homer's World, we read the Polar Express, and it was so much fun. And just being a part of all of the tours that we're doing, the world tours for the Christmas worlds, and it's just filled up my world, filled up my day, with Christmas not being the most populated time in my life. So Altspace is where my Christmas is.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I love that. Well, I am so thrilled. You just did the reading of the Polar Express today, and we are so thrilled with that. So Tomo? Oh,
Yeah.
Background noise. Hi, now we can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now? 1, 2,
Yes,
1,
we
2?
can.
Okay,
Yes.
great. What I'm doing is I'm running events sometimes in the Singularity Technologies room. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. I don't know whether you can answer. One is...
Well,
although I
probably
really-
not right now. Let's do the questions after we're off the air, after the
Okay.
show is over. How's that?
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
beautiful. All right. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, Darren, how are you celebrating the holidays?
Actually, I accidentally pressed it and it disappeared, so I couldn't turn it off.
Well, try it. Well, we know that you have are you doing any holiday stuff at all during the holidays? You know, here in Altspace?
Here in Altspace, yes. I'll be meeting people and seeing things and going to events and so on, as always, everybody will be. But yeah.
Well, wonderful, wonderful. Well, that's at least, see, then it wasn't an accident.
I guess not.
All right, there you go. Thanks.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to add, tell us about how they may be celebrating the holidays here in Altspace? For me, and Donna has her amazing the Advent calendar events and the storytelling events and things that are going on, and I am so thrilled with all the storytelling that is happening here. It just really, usually I'm alone, just my husband and I, or completely alone during the holidays. I travel a lot, and so I'm either flying in or flying out. Can't do that right now. So it's kind of cool to be around everybody for the holidays here in VR. It's just beautiful. Karen, how about you?
I was going to say, my brother Rich and I, we usually go to Denver to visit my other brother and his family. But because of COVID, we're not going this year. So we're going to be spending a lot of time in Altspace. And I just went to 2 Christmas events today that were so much fun. Diamond's event and then Veronica's event. And it just really put me in the mood. And a lot of people in here were with me at that event. So very, very cool.
Oh, awesome. That was a fantastic event. Oh, well, I love it. Well, I'm sorry you can't go to Denver, but I am so thrilled you're here.
Me too.
I love it. All right. Doug, Doug, are you on? Okay. Hi, Doug. Welcome. Doug?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to be in the Kansas City area for the holidays, again, because of COVID. And so I plan to be part of Altspace during this time.
Awesome. Are there any particular events that are have you excited?
I'll just look at them, what's available, as the holidays gets closer. I'll be working up until the 23rd. So after the 23rd, then I'll start looking at what things are on the 24th and 25th.
Excellent.
Yeah,
well, there's going to be
yourself? I came in late, so what would you suggest on the 24th and 5th?
Oh, all of the storytelling reading events, the winter one. There's just a huge calendar of events, and you can always watch the video and catch up.
Okay.
If you're late, the Winter Wonderland Festival is going on. Donna has her beautiful Advent Live Loved events going on, Advent calendar things, and then all of the holiday storytelling. There's the creative writing holiday storytelling tomorrow, and the Grinch That Stole Christmas is tomorrow as well. But for only the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, we'll be talking about those next Saturday. To give you all of those updates for those events. Thanks. And I'm glad you're here. All right. Time Bandit, you're up. How are you going to celebrate the holidays here? Time Bandit? Do. Okay. Must have been a boo-boo. All right. Any other suggestions, Donna, about celebrating the holidays here in Altspace, or what you would like to see more of?
Nope, just check the calendar. It's full.
It is full. It is full. And, I do love it that people are recreating their homes or a home feeling here, but I also love it when people do other things here in Altspace. So it's a really beautiful thing. Time Bandit, you're going to try again? Okay, trying again. Time Bandit. Hit the confirm to unmute yourself. Okay, all right, we've got to move on. Make sure you also hit that left controller, that left joystick, press that straight down, and your feet will be right on the floor. Beautiful. All right. So we'll figure out the audio stuff later on after the show. So I am so looking forward to all of the events that are going on. Like I said, I'm usually alone, and this is a really special time of the year for me in VR to celebrate with all of you. So thank you so much for being a part of my holiday. And that is all for this week's news and updates. We thank you for being here every week to share the latest updates from around the AltSpace VR community. We live stream the news onto YouTube every week, and you can catch up with past episodes to learn more about AltSpace VR events, projects, news, and community activities. We feature the AltSpace VR announcement feed in our news and updates Discord server so you don't miss a minute of the news.
Now, the conversation never stops here in AltSpace VR. Discord is our home base for our community outside of AltSpace VR, and we invite you to join the News and Updates Discord server to keep up with the news and activities here and around the VR industry, and to share your world's news, events, and updates with us at discord.me/news updates. Please tell a friend and share our Discord and YouTube channel so others can keep up with the news in and around AltSpace as well.
We do this for you for free. We are not AltSpace VR employees. Our team works hard each week to gather the news and information to help our community keep up with everything going on here in AltSpace. God, I'd love it, Mark, if you paid us. It is a great group, and we'd love your help. If you'd like to join the news and updates team, please let us know after the show. We need every ability and talent, and we'll help train you in event hosting, management, and moderation. This is your show as much as ours, and we'd love you to be a part of it.
Also, we hang around after the news to answer your questions and to talk about what you are doing in AltSpace VR. So stick around, as we'd love to chat with you. Thanks as always to News and Update volunteers and moderators that help make this event such a success. Thank you so much. And so in these uncertain times, please be safe wherever you are in the world. See you next week.
Yay! Thanks, Donna. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Ancient.